Hey, I'm Rob Palowitz here. You're watching the Outdoor Icon Show. Stay tuned. We're going to catch some more buggers like this. So, let's get them done.
We grew up, reading the Fish and Field report put on by the Hennigers and watching Jerry Blinsley, way back when we were a little kid, and we get the reports of where the fish are biting and where to see wildlife, and we get our dads, hey, we got to go here, we got to go there, and we realized there was a big need for that here in the Mahoning Valley. So we dabbled a little bit with radio, we put a plan together, and here we are more than 3 years later. We've got a loyal following of listeners and a lot of good feedback from the community. We try to do our best to do a service for them. And we've got a lot of listeners that I've realized over the years. We've got the little old lady that tunes in because she wants to learn about, why deer are losing their antlers or how to get that squirrel out of her bird feeder and things like that. And that's fine. If we can educate people, that's what we're here to do. We don't claim to be a better hunter or a better fisherman than anybody. We can hang with the best of them in some sports, but there's a lot of people out there that have forgotten more than we'll ever know about the outdoors. But it's just our chance to add our little piece to the puzzle and throw a little bit of input in here and there, and hopefully we give good sound advice that people will listen to. And if they get a kid outdoors fishing on a weekend, or they pass on one of our tips or one of our stories that we talked about on the radio or television, they pass it on to a guy at work and he learns from it, then we've done our job.
And then, just all the celebrities that we end up interviewing for the show. The show's about outdoor icons. So someone that's an icon to you, maybe your dad, maybe your grandpa, a big brother or something. Everyone needs an icon.
Maybe the guy on the pitching mound, or maybe the guy you listen to on the radio. They can each touch people in regards to the outdoors in different ways. And that's something that we want everyone to know out there, that the guy that bags your groceries, or maybe the guy that just did open heart surgery on you, has a lot in common with you. If he's an outdoorsman, if he hunts, if he fishes, he puts his pants on one leg at a time, like they say, and it doesn't matter what social status they're in or how much money they make. When you talk about hunting and fishing, you talk about rural lifestyles, we're all one and the same. That's something that transcends all barriers. And you can have a conversation. That's what I love about going to the conservation banquets or sitting in a duck blind. It doesn't matter who you're with, if you have that common bond, you can communicate with that person, and you can grow as a person by being in their presence.
And you never want to be, ignorant of that you know everything. And we're definitely have our ears open, or always open to maybe get another tip from someone, another hunter or something. There's always something you might not know. And like Denny said, we're not saying we're better than anyone else. We might give you a tip that you might not have thought of, another angle you might
maybe
not have
someone passed that tip on us last week.
And that's what we're all about. We just want to educate the listeners and the viewers out there as much as we can, but do it in a nice, relaxing way that kind of makes you feel like you're buddies with us, even though we might not know you. You might get to know us, and I think that's what it'll be great with the show, and definitely with the TV show.
We kind of live by the 3 E's we came up with. We want to educate the viewers and listeners. We want to enrich their knowledge. We want to enlighten them on some facts they might not have known before. On this week's show, Rob and I do a little bit of bass fishing for charity. We're going to fish the United Way Bass Classic, raise some funds for the United Way.
Denny, I'm happy I kept the bobbers in your box because we caught a lot of big fish. Stay tuned. You won't believe it.
The Outdoor Icon Show is brought to you by First Metropolitan Mortgage.
We're out at the United Way Bass Classic at Evans Lake, southern Mahoning County. Beautiful morning. We had some rain yesterday, but 48 teams showed up today to raise money. We're expected to raise over $18,000 for United Way today. At the same time, have a little fun bass fishing. It's the 8th annual year out here, Rob, and we've been pretty successful in the past.
And it's a good time out here. We got a little blow of rain and weather came through last night. We're hoping it didn't affect the fish too bad.
Looks like it did so far.
Yeah, we got a little, not so much luck, Joe. We had a couple bumps here. They're just not really taking it hard. They just seem to be, you know, mouthing it or bumping it and not taking it like they were in the pre-fish day, like a week or so before. So we're just gonna keep at it. We got a weed bed here we're working, and it's, you know, post-spawn. Fish are all done with their duties, and the big females be recovering, looking for something to snack on these weed edges, and that's pretty much what we'll be focusing on, and hopefully get them to turn on here in a little bit. It's first light, and I'm trying a little top water, going old school with a tiny torpedo. Oh, I just had a swirl on it. Get on it. Come on. There we go. We got him. Fish on. Dad, get the net. Nice one. Hurry up, get the net. Oh, I'm gonna get him. I got him. Oh yeah, nice fish, nice fish. All right. We got our first one, and he just came off. I didn't even have to touch him. How about that? I'm still gonna get fishing because it's nice to grab a bass. Not bad, healthy fish. We need to get a few more of these guys. Got a little scar here. Got something happening. Something tried to eat him, maybe. But thanks, buddy. Got some geese coming in, maybe.
Surprised those geese are still flying.
Yeah, Ben, why don't you go into that a little bit? What's going to be happening with those geese right now?
Usually right around the first week of June, geese will molt, and they all molt at the same time. What that is, they replace last year's feathers with all new feathers. They lose them all at the same time for strength and numbers, so when they're flightless for about a 3-week period, strength and numbers keeps the predators from getting them. And you'll see geese around a pond and all of a sudden just feathers everywhere. And then they'll go 2 to 3 weeks where they're walking everywhere instead of flying. The molt happens with geese all at the same time, whereas with ducks they'll lose a feather at a time, so they're never during a flightless period like the Canada geese are.
Bait's all right, knot's okay, line's okay. We're ready to roll. Big one. Dad, get the net. Get the net. We got a big fish here. We got a nice one. Come on, keep that on there. Oh, we got a nice one. All right, we got it. Beautiful. That's what it's all about, baby. Boy, I wasn't even looking, and he came in there. Luckily, gotta watch those trebles too. He's a little smaller than I thought he was. You know, you get those first initial feelings that he's a pig.
Well, you're a fisherman. Your first instinct's to lie anyway.
Yep. They're just barely. I tell you what, they're just barely getting it though. I mean, he almost missed this. He almost missed this bait. It's in the side of his jaw. And I think luckily I got him in a meaty part though.